के लिए ही बोला
हाँ
है।
हाँ, we have also been told by our principal. That is why I was asking.
In fact, our principal ma'am said that only half an hour you do your work, whatever the topic you have been assigned, and rest of the time you discuss about the paper pattern. But then we can always adjust the paper timing. There's no
Sonal,
issue.
that is like 1.5 hours, so 45 minutes here and 45 minutes there, kind of.
That can be done.
And the other thing is, Anika, I have a request. In case when I am making this thing, मेरा जब चलेगा PDP, तो अगर मेरे end पे कुछ glitch या power वो होती है, तो you know, I'll tell you, you just take over and you can have lot of discussion in the meantime. Because yesterday it was giving a lot of trouble. There was lot of fluctuation, you know. So that's the only fear I have कि fluctuation है होती है तो Wi-Fi आने में 2 से 3 मिनट लग जाते हैं.
कोई बात नहीं,
जल्दी नहीं आता है.
So you people can continue discussing. I'll tell you on case studies पे कैसे हम discuss कर सकते हैं.
Right.
And in the meantime, I'll join in. Okay, it takes 2 to 3 minutes.
Piyush ma'am. Piyush ma'am, it was also a suggestion that one should request the school to ask the CBSE to provide a question bank for legal studies.
Question banks तो बहुत सारे subject का नहीं बना है. Okay, lot of I have seen for English they have uploaded question bank for 3 subjects, and for 12 तो बहुत important mainstream subject के ही नहीं डले अभी तो. There are barely 8 question banks.
But मैम सीधा 50 मार्क्स का पेपर होना वो भी सिर्फ MCQ में.
हाँ, तो हम अपने individual questions develop कर लेंगे ना.
ठीक है.
At our end, if all of us develop how many? Let's say 10-15 questions per unit. है ना, per topic. So we'll have a good question this thing. और इतने सारे over a period of years that we have you know seen the questions, we can all put them together in one document and share with each other.
Ma'am, honestly, I struggle a lot when it comes to a little bit of MCQs, right?
नहीं, हमने सुनो पीयूष, हमने वो जो किया था इसका क्वेश्चन बैंक जब बनाई थी हमने, तो वैसे हमने वो डिवीजन करके बनाया था ना, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ अदर क्वेश्चन वी कैन मेक ओनली एमसीक्यू.
लुक, सीबीएसई के लिए भी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जनरली हम क्या करते हैं, हम लोग वी आर 6 people, ओके, सो वी डिवाइड द टॉपिक अमंगस्ट आवरसेल्फ एंड देन वन इज सपोज्ड टू मेक द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम हिज और हर टॉपिक. बट दिस ईयर व्हाट वी हैव डन, एवरी पर्सन इज मेकिंग क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम ऑल द यूनिट्स. ठीक है, आज क्या हमारी अगर मीटिंग एडीआर की है तो एडीआर की सब लोग डेवलप करेंगे, सब लोग अपना डॉक्यूमेंट शेयर करेंगे एंड बेस्ट विल बी पिक्ड अप, राइट. तो मैंने उससे देखा है कि वी रियली गेट गुड वेराइटी ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इफ ऑल ऑफ अस आर इन्वॉल्व. और हमने ज्यादा नहीं, हमने कितने 8-8, 9 पर वो करे थे टॉपिक डेवलप क्वेश्चंस. देखो जो रिमेम्बरेंस और अंडरस्टैंडिंग के होते हैं दे आर वेरी इजी टू मेक, वो तो इजीली बन जाते हैं. प्रॉब्लम आती है एप्लीकेशन में, एईसी में, तो वो भी इस बार बड़े अच्छे से बन गए थे, जबकि आई वाज वंडरिंग कि कैसे फिर से नए तरीके के निकलेंगे, बल्कि बन जाते हैं, यू नो, डोंट वरी. सो वी कैन ऑलवेज शेयर दोस क्वेश्चंस विद ईच अदर, क्योंकि जब तक ये क्वेश्चन बैंक की रिक्वेस्ट जाएगी एंड अप्रूव होगी, आई थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू टेक लॉट ऑफ टाइम.
तो मैम आपके पास वो होंगे ना जो आपकी दूसरी डिस्कशन से भी क्वेश्चंस होंगे?
आई कांट अभी आई कांट शेयर जब तक
नहीं आप हाँ
एसक्यूपी जब तक फाइनलाइज ना हो जाए, अपलोड ना हो जाए, बस दैट आई कांट शेयर.
उस तब तक शेयर नहीं हो सकता.
उसके बाद आई कैन ऑलवेज, डोंट वरी.
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम.
Good morning, Madhvi. All the best.
Good morning.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best, Madhvi.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. मैम, जो नया पॉलिसी आई है, मैंने ग्रुप में भी पूछा था, इस बार प्रैक्टिकल्स होंगे क्या लीगल स्टडीज के?
हाँ होंगे, बल्कि बोर्ड हैज कम वेरी सर्कुलर में, अगर आपने ध्यान दिया हो तो दे हैव यूज्ड द लैंग्वेज दैट दे आर गोइंग टू मेक देम मोर मीनिंगफुल.
हाँ, और 2 टर्म्स में डिवाइडेड है.
हाँ
मैम, चेंज हो सकता है ना ये प्रैक्टिकल?
हाँ, सो फार ऑनेस्टली वी हैव नॉट हर्ड एनीथिंग रिगार्डिंग द प्रोजेक्ट की अभी कोई बात नहीं हो रही है. अभी हम ना एसक्यूपी डेवलप कर रहे हैं, बाय मंडे ट्यूसडे आई थिंक विल फाइनलाइज.
तो मैम अभी होल्ड करवा दे बच्चों को प्रोजेक्ट के लिए?
नहीं, लेट देम डू. प्रॉब्लम क्या है? उसमें वो कौन सा ऐसा कुछ कर रहे हैं, केस ही तो पढ़ लेंगे, 5 केसेस पढ़ लेंगे।
नहीं कब बनाएंगे तो सही ना, वो पहले ही कह रही है कि मैम फिर, क्योंकि कई टीचर्स ने ना मना कर दिया है कि अभी आप होल्ड पे रखो।
नहीं नहीं, अगर आप 5 केसेस को शॉर्टलिस्ट करके यू आर गैदरिंग इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट इट।
We need Madhu ma'am to be made the presenter.
हाँ,
She is the resource person of today.
तो ठीक है बनाने।
माधवी मैम प्लीज सेंड मी योर पीपीटी। आपने ना पीपीटी नहीं भेजी थी अपनी, मैं अभी प्रेजेंटर हूँ, बाय चांस इफ यू आर नॉट मेड द प्रेजेंटर तो आप शेयर नहीं कर पाओगे।
मैम मैंने आपको भेजी थी कल, ब्लूप्रिंट भी भेजा था, दोनों चीजें भेजी थी।
मैम पीपीटी तो नहीं थी उसमें, मेरे को लगा आपने सिर्फ बायोडेटा और वो भेजा।
अच्छा मैंने आपसे पूछा भी तो था, तो फिर मैं दोबारा भेज देती हूँ, वैसे मैंने भेजी थी।
मेरे को दिखा नहीं था उसमें ना, एक बार आप दोबारा।
अलग अलग मेल भेजे थे।
अच्छा अलग अलग है ना, हाँ 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 ठीक है, मिल गया था, ठीक है ठीक है। हाँ ठीक है मैम, मिल गई है, मैं डाउनलोड करके ना मैं यहाँ से प्ले कर दूँगी, क्योंकि शायद आपको प्रेजेंटर नहीं बनाया है।
इस बार का मैम अभी क्लियर गाइडलाइंस तो अभी आएंगी ना कि कैसे कैसे क्या क्या होगा फर्स्ट टर्म और इनका 2 टर्म्स।
Madhvi, first term will be 3 units we have shortlisted for first term, that is unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. यूनिट 2 में एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव लॉ हटा दिया है क्योंकि रैशनलाइज सिलेबस है, तो दिस इज हाउ वी हैव डिवाइडेड द सिलेबस इनटू 50-50 रफली 1 2 3 इन
मैम अब रैशनलाइज्ड हो गया है वो जो
वो तो उसमें ऑलरेडी सर्कुलर में क्लियरली मेंशन्ड है, रैशनलाइज सिलेबस चलेगा
जो पिछले साल
वाला।
So obviously they will not upload it again when they have said it कि वो rationalized ही है, क्योंकि rationalized तो available है नेट पे, CBSE साइट पे अवेलेबल है।
अच्छा वही मतलब जो पिछले साल जो डिलीट
पिछले साल वाला एग्जैक्टली। एंड ऑल वी हैव टू रिमेंबर इज दैट यूनिट 2 का एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव लॉ नहीं आएगा, बाकी सारा आएगा।
ओके एंड व्हाट अबाउट 11th का रैशनलाइज्ड है?
11th का भी हम रैशनलाइज्ड फॉलो करेंगे।
अच्छा ओके, दैट मींस वही वो जो
गुड मॉर्निंग टीचर्स,
इनहेरिटेंस वगैरह कट गया था।
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली।
गुड मॉर्निंग काव्या।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम, गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग काव्या।
गुड मॉर्निंग काव्या।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम, गुड मॉर्निंग मैम।
Shall we start? Yeah.
I think we can start, ma'am. Right, so just 1 second, ma'am. Be presenting my PPT, and Madhvi ma'am, I'll be presenting your PPT as well.
Okay, so I will be telling you ना change करने के लिए and everything.
Right, ma'am. My screen is visible. Oh, just a second. My screen is visible to everyone, no?
Yes.
I'll present it again because so. Good morning, respected teachers. Under the dynamite leadership of our mentors, respected founder sir and esteemed chairperson ma'am, we at Amity 46, Gurugram, have always believed that teachers have been entrusted with the care of the future generations of our great nation. Therefore, they must continuously update their knowledge and skills so as to remain empowered in the 21st century. I, Anika Mitchell, HOD of PGP Legal Studies Department, on the behalf of AISG 46, welcome you to this online professional development program for teachers, hosted by AISG 46. Under the guidance of our principal, Ms. Adi Chopra, who has always inspired us with her motivating ideas. We offer our sincerest thanks to our beloved chairperson, ma'am, Dr. Mrs. Amita Chauhan, and founder President Sir Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, for having always been our guiding light. a beacon of excellence and a great source of inspiration. They have always inspired to equip the teachers with necessary tools that will enable them to nurture the children in an enhanced learning environment. Let us now invoke the blessings of on
भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्.
We have a message from our chairperson ma'am, that is, dear teachers, a guru or a teacher is like a guiding light of the universe. As an educationist, I make sure that the role of the teachers at Amity is not just limited to exchange of knowledge but also the founding pillars of a happy world. Children are like clean canvas. The kind of colors splashed on this canvas will decide the paintings they become in life. So, as a guru, we have to choose our colors carefully and paint each canvas as is unique, and one careless stroke can spoil the painting forever. However, when you speak to the learners, choose your words with utmost care, as one remark can make or break the child. The Online Professional Development Program 2021, organized for the second year, is an important step in this direction. Everyone's favorite president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, said education should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership among the students and become their role model. So, kindle the innate creativity and inquisitiveness of young leaders and sculpt them for learners for life. Imbue in them the spirit of inquiry in such a way that they grow up as seekers of knowledge beyond the books and boundaries. At Amity, we strive in a direction to give direction to the dreams and desires of every young life whom we nurture. Remember, the role of teacher is more than just making the students brilliant in academics. Our aim is to nurture their innate skills and give their wings direction to fly unabated. As an educator, realize that this is not just a task for only a few sessions or just a time that child spends in school. It's a lifelong process if we wish to see them grow into happy human beings. So as you teach the learners the concept of science, maths, foster in them the respect for life, respect for elders and respect for environment. As you teach them the basics of language, teach them the universal language of love. As you teach them formulas of physics and chemistry, inform about them the formula of sharing and caring, which make the world a better place. As they learn about economics, teach them the value of empathy that helps running the world. As they learn to run and win in sports, inculcate in them the spirit of being a sport in life. As they learn to write, teach them to script their own destiny by being decision makers of their own life. At Amity, our aim is to nurture seekers for life and learners who keep on learning from everywhere, everyone, and every day. Dr. Nelson Mandela famously said, education is the most powerful weapon with which you can change the world. So, as a teacher, you have the power to change the world. You have the power to script the destiny of the universe. You have the power to sculpt the future. This PDP is designed in a way to enable to ensure that together we shall all enlighten every young life to fulfill the mission and vision of making India a vibrant knowledge hub by 2030 as envisaged by our founder president and make it a happy world. Wishing you all the best, Aunt. Our principal, Mrs. Aarti Chopra, dedicated educationist with over 28 years of experience, is a firm exponent of amalgamating modern skills and teacher empowerment in education. Ma'am has recently been awarded with the prestigious CBSE Principal Award of 2020. Now, I, on behalf of AIG 46, extend a warm welcome and to Ms. Madhvi, for our resource person for today with the virtual Prithvi sapling. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Srimati Madhvi Verma is a legal studies teacher. She has experience of 5 years in teaching, and at present she is teaching at Amity International School, Sector 44, Noida, for the past 2 years. She believes in teaching students and empowering them to do good. She has taught as assistant professor in many colleges and has a teaching experience of 5 years. Now, I would request ma'am to take over.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, good morning to all of you. A warm welcome from my side. And like the topic for today is personality development through legal studies. So I would request ma'am to present PPT. So we'll start.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tassarviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Ma'am, next slide. I would, ma'am, just back. I would like to thank my chairperson, Dr. Ms. Amita Chauhan and Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir for giving me this opportunity to be part of this institution, which has led me to excel in almost every field. And today that Almighty has given me this opportunity to present, that is also a blessing. So I would like to thank my chairperson, ma'am. So I'll begin the personality development through legal studies. Okay. Ma'am, backslide. Yes. So first of all, I have some hypothetical questions for all of you. And I would request all of you to switch on your cameras and just tell me if someone very close to you was in pain and terminally ill with 1 month left to live and wanted to die, would you help them commit suicide? Ma'am, this is a hypothetical question for all the teachers who are present.
Madhvi ma'am, very difficult to decide, but since it's not, looking at the law of our country, euthanasia is not allowed. So I'm not too sure if I would be able to help in that way.
Okay.
Exactly, because it is not legal in our country, but in countries where it is legal, yes, I would definitely help him. But not in India because it is illegal here.
Okay.
Ma'am, I think passive euthanasia is allowed. So,
If a person is,
like, if
yes.
yes, ma'am, passive euthanasia is allowed, and if a person is terminally ill and he or she is going to die within that 1 month, so I would personally go for it.
Okay.
Right, ma'am, same here that passive euthanasia is still allowed. So, whatever passive euthanasia allows us that in case we are of the view that the person is does not want to live anymore, so we can uh, not actively, but we can remove the medical help from that, from them,
So
so
that the
that
person.
if that medical help is only keeping them alive, then maybe they can pass on to the next life.
Okay. Ma'am, this is where I wanted to bring you all to that how the personality has come up into picture. Now that we are a law person, we all know law, and we are able to decide the situation from a legal perspective. So this is how our personality has developed. Had I asked this question, hypothetical question to a layman, that layman would have said that yes, I would. He would have been not so rational. he would have been on an emotional side. He would have said yes. I cannot see a person in pain. But now that we are legal person, it has developed our personalities, and this is how we can develop the personality of our students as well. Not just one characteristics, every characteristics of a good lawyer can be inculcated in a student as well. So I would get down to my next question. If you had dollars to give away, so how would you do it? If you had lot amount of money, how would you do it?
Spend some part, Madhvi, possibly, and then extend the help to others also, especially in the current times when we know that many people are in dire need of help. So, maybe, or set up a trust that will continue good work for a very long time with this kind of seed money.
Okay.
I think I would donate, since it's all of it is for giving away only. Then I would give it away for all for a number of NGOs, like divide it in number of NGOs who are already working towards certain or the other social issues, and so that they have enough money to raise more, to have better facilities.
Yes, most of us would do that. Most of us, some 20%, 30%, but everybody would do this to give some away, because we all, as a legal person, we know the situation of the society. We know how the society is unequal. Right from this is how we get to learn. The first thing that we study when we study constitution, we study the preamble, and what does it say? It talks about socialist policy, which talks about reducing the income gap. And हम जब income gap reduce करने की बात करते हैं, तो हम ये as a legal person हम जानते हैं कि society में क्या क्या problems face हो रही हैं, and we are in a better position to help the society grow, and in a better position to provide legal aid as well. So this is what difference gets to a person when he acquires the knowledge of law, and as compared to a person who is a layman. Next slide, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, next slide. This one is also okay. So next, I have certain situation for you all. So would you rather choose to have $50,000 free and clear, or 1,50,000 that is illegal?
Obviously, which is free and clear.
Free and clear.
Legal.
Free and clear.
Free and clear. Free and clear.
Yes, as a legal person, we know that we need to have all legal money. Okay. If you were stranded in the remote wilderness, would you eat one of your dead traveling companions to survive?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Okay.
But
Would you
actually, this thing has happened.
We
There
have
was
a
a
Like
case
not
plane
in
study
crash
in
in
11th.
Hajj.
No, we
Yeah.
teach children about it.
like
In 11th, we have this.
okay,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. McNaughton's case, I think that was the case.
Sorry?
It's a
For the
fictitious
McNaughton,
case. It's a fictitious case study, actually.
Okay.
No, there was actually a crash where the football team was traveling and the plane crashed in the mountains. And
Huh.
finally, that's what they have done.
So
And before they could be rescued.
the fictitious case that we study and the one that is given in the book is, no, it's about the people, who were stranded due to a crash, and then they had a dice game to survive. One had to volunteer, to be eaten up by the others, to be killed and eaten up by. So despite his giving his consent, this was considered to be illegal, unlawful.
Right, because we don't have the right to die now. Nobody has the right to die, so nobody can volunteer this.
Hmm.
But I think that this is all based on the case of Regina Dudley versus Stevenson only, wherein the same thing actually happened, and they actually ate the cabin boy in that case.
So last I have, would you rather have every detail of your love life made public, or have the detail of your finances made public? Now, this is a different situation that that I have for you?
Finances made public. We're supposed to do that. Otherwise, the other situation is invasion of privacy.
Yes.
Exactly.
So yes, here comes the difference. As a layman would have rather said, make the love life public. Like what we do in the social media, we want to highlight every aspect of our life, right from what we are eating, what we are drinking. But as a legal person, we have studied the IT Act and we know what consequences can be there. So we can see that in the situation of pandemic also, there were many people who were not aware about the law. They had started this campaign called hashtag resign PM. They had started this, which could have gone against them, and they were even stopped for that matter. But as a legal person, who would not have got into such a trouble. So this is the difference that law brings to our personality and the law brings to us. Ma'am, next slide. So, ma'am, I want you to look at the chart and tell me, what is attracting you more? Is it the color? What do you think first? Is it the color or is it the name that is attracting you more?
Color. We get to
Color.
Color.
Color is catching you, not the alphabet. Not okay.
Not exactly. Colors are, I mean, the first thing you notice a color.
Color.
You know, Madhvi ma'am, if you allow me, there is this meme which is doing the rounds and they are asking, these are the kind of questions that you will be asked this time. So there is red color, okay, red, written, some other letter written in red. And then there is red, words written. So which is the correct answer? Which of the following is red? So which do you go for? Do you go for the color or do you go for the word? So questions
Yes,
can be very tricky, you know, for students who love MCQs.
Yes. Technicality.
Yeah.
What about anybody else? Kavya ma'am, what would come to your mind?
First is color. Then there is one thing which is coming to my head that is written green. So green is the word which is coming first to my head because it is written in the middle. So first thing is green and then it would be color.
Okay. So this is here we go. If like ma'am said कि अगर बच्चों से पूछा जाए रेड तो आप रेड अल्फाबेट को लोगे या आप रेड कलर में जो अल्फाबेट है आप उसको लोगे सो अगेन यू आर ट्रिक्ड यू आर trapped into examiner's way of confusing you. So this is here. So it's our left brain that tries to say the color, but our right brain insists on reading the word. So we have two sides the same way, the two parts of the brain, one logical, one that guides us through the other emotional side of us. Ma'am, next slide. So I have today's chronology of discussion. So we are going to first of all discuss what is the personality development, what factors are responsible for personality development, what makes a person stand out from others. This is where I am going to discuss the most. What makes a person stand out? Four benefits of personality development, legal studies and understanding of the subject. Legal personalities are trained to become role of a teacher. What as a teacher we have a role for the students, impact of a teacher in personality development, and we are going to have an interactive segment. And we are definitely in this chronology of discussion also, I'm going to keep it very interactive with all of you. Okay. So, coming to what is personality development, it refers to how the organized patterns of behavior that make up each person's unique personality emerge over time. So, personality development occurs by ongoing interaction of temperament, character, and environment. And I would like to pose this question for all of you. What, according to you, is personality development? This is the standard definition that we have. But what, in general parlance, we would say would a personality development mean to you?
Ma'am, all the aspects that helps a person in developing professionally and also as a human being. So personality development is a, it's a varied, components that we can take into consideration, believing that it will give an impetus to a person's professional life and personal life. So social life and professional life में जो help करें वो सारे components, that is what is personality development. Because you can be very successful, entrepreneur or a businessman, you may not be a good person, So both the aspects, when it develops, then that's your personality development.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I another question for all of you. What can you probably predict from this image? There is an image right in front of you. So there are few pictures. So what you can correlate it with?
It has the same person is in donning many different professions, and as per his profession, he is appearing to be. I mean, we can make it out by the way he appears that he is into what kind of profession.
Yes, ma'am, you are absolutely right. So first of all, we can see that the same person, he can be a musicianist, he can be an office going person, he can be a chef, he can be anything. So he plays many roles. This is what we are. This is what we mean by personality development. It just not means that we as a legal teacher we have to just be showcase our personality over there. Our personality is shown in our day-to-day events also, in our home also. Our personality reflects. So our personality is the most important aspect, which everybody remembers about ourselves. So we have to enhance it, we have to grow it, and every day we should think about it. That how are we going about? What are the behavioral aspects we can change about ourselves, and how we can become a more polite and a humble person, because that is what brings us to it. Any as at the end of the day, we all are advocates. If we have had we been into litigation, would any client have preferred us had we been arrogant or have attitude? So zero attitude is the best policy. Client would always remember you, or may for that matter a student, he would always remember you as a polite or a humble teacher, and rather somewhere where the student can talk to you freely, and he can come up to you with your problems. But if your personality is not good, if your personality is at the end of the day as a teacher, your personality is not reflecting upon the students, he would never come up to you. He would rather always he would say that this ma'am is strict, why should I go to her? She has had lots of attitude. So here comes the role. Next slide, ma'am. So we have various factors that affect the personality, like the education, family environment, culture, religious thoughts, workplace environment, social status, characteristics of peer group, childhood memories. So I would like you all to one by one or just elaborate on any of the factors, how they affect the personality. Any practical example that you can give probably, that how they affect the personality, like characteristics of peer group, childhood memories, how does that affect?
I would like to elaborate on childhood memories, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was a student, I had a very passionate English teacher. He was very passionate when he used to teach the, Shakespeare, the poetry. So, when I took up teaching, I had him as an ideal, because the way he taught, it appeared as if our teacher enjoyed the most, and he conveyed it to the students as well. You were bound to listen to him, looking at his very positive body language, and, he was enjoying every moment of being a teacher. So, I have always carried that kind of image of a teacher, where the teacher is very passionate about his subject, and he delivers that passion in his body language, in his delivery of the lessons. So this is a very, one of the fondest memories that I have of my childhood that pertains to education and being a teacher.
So I agree with you, ma'am. Even for that matter, I had one of my professors, Dr. Sham Kaushik, and I still remember him for the way he taught me family law, because he had such a clear concepts in his mind, and his personality was so dashing that we would just be. It was a mind-boggling class.
Yeah,
Mind-boggling class.
you are glued to the teacher,
Exactly, ma'am.
So,
Until date, I remember him that how he used to make it a mind-boggling class. So it was all about his personality.
Yeah.
That he used to, it was his magic that he used to make things simple for us, for simple for us to understand and make the technical concepts get into our head. That even if somebody asked me at 12 a.m., I would tell what is Sapinda relationship. So this is the personality of the teacher that till date fascinates me. Yes, Kavya ma'am, do you have?
Even if I think even
Yes,
family
ma'am. I think
environment also matters, because in family, if you're not encouraged and if you're constantly like uh, subjected to feeling small or being bullied or something like that by maybe other people or other member of family, so at times your parents also, so that also affects personality a lot. You generally grow up to be underconfident person. So I think the family environment also matters a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I have shared the same experience as Piyush, ma'am, and you. Even I had one Dr. Komati Challa as my professor in HNLU, and the way she used to teach, it was so involving and engrossing that we hardly miss any class. But usually, we always have the tendency of bunking the class, usually in colleges. But what when she has joined HNLU, everything, the whole scenario got changed. So I think there are teachers who tend to make you focus upon the subject, to tend to make sure that you could attend class and you could learn something new out of it. So I think it depends a lot upon the teacher, that how the teacher carries herself or himself when he or she takes the class, how one can make the class more engaging and interactive.
Exactly, ma'am. Even we never used to miss the family law classes. We used to love them. We never cared for the attendance also. We used to say we don't want the attendance. We just want the lectures. Just the knowledge that the teacher had to give to us. Anika ma'am, would you like to share something?
I think, ma'am, most of the things have been like for teachers and everyone has discussed. One thing is their workplace environment also affects us as our personality a lot, because when we are our family is on one hand, maybe we have been acquainted with our family for a very long time, but when it comes to the workplace, it's a completely different environment, and if in our workplace we stay disturbed and everything, that affects our personality at home also, because it constantly irritates us or something, which is not a good look on anyone. So I think having peace at workplace is one of the things that will also help us developing good personalities, which are capturing also, because then either you do not pay attention to the workplace, or you are, when you are at peace with workplace, then you are both happy, both way, at home also, and at work also, because it's a significant part of our life. Same with children. I think that if the environment of the school or the environment of the university is not good, then it affects their personality a lot. So as teachers, I think it is on us to create that to enable them, that if they are having any problem, then they can come to us, or they can come to the higher authorities, and they can create a safer environment for
Yes, ma'am.
everyone to work in.
That is, ma'am, that is what our personality is all about. The more humble, that is what I personally believe, that if the more humble we are, the more students would approach us. The more we are stern to them, and we show they would never come to us with their problems. So our personality has a lot to play with how the students, if we want the students to respect us, we need to give them that confidence in ourselves as well. Next slide, ma'am. So I have certain core benefits of personality development. So first one is the self-awareness. So personal development begins with self-awareness. When I talk about self-awareness, how much we know, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses. When we are going for an interview, that this is the first thing that a employer would ask us. What are your strengths? How can you contribute? What are your weaknesses? If a person does not know where he stands and he has a false dilemma about himself and he's unrealistic, so that person is naturally going to have his fall one day. So we need to be very realistic. We need to understand that what we are good at, what we are bad at, and where we have to improve. And next, we have a sense of direction, where we have to reach, what is the goal that we want to achieve, improved focus and effectiveness, more motivation. Every day we need motivation. We get motivation from our employees, from our seniors. That is how it keeps on going. Without motivation, nothing works. More fulfilling relationships, handling challenging situations in life, living a more meaningful life. So, any experience that all of you would like to share? I would like to share handling challenging situations in my life. So this is one time it happened. I was working with Lingyas Vidyapeeth, and I had never done anchoring. So they asked me, you have to host the entire seminar, and I was like, okay, how can I do it? So this was a challenge for me, but I took it, and it went well as well. So it further enhanced my confidence. So this is one thing that I've learned in life: never back out. It's always you are going to learn something. If you're going to back out, you're going to remain at the back end. You're never going to learn anything. So this is one thing that I've learned. Always come forward for everything, any opportunity that comes in your way. And I would like others also to share their experiences.
Even this, ma'am, UDP is also came like a challenge, no? When we,
Yes,
and now how much we look forward to it, and how much with ease we are able to do it, and we enjoy interacting with each other. So definitely taking up challenges is important, and equally important is knowing your weaknesses, because learning is a lifelong process. Unless you realize that there are various spheres where you can improve, you can never improve, and you can never learn. Learning stops the moment you feel that you are perfect.
yes, absolutely. Learning stops. You need not
we,
think
we
that you're right.
we really need to do assessment,
Ha,
self-assessment, realize what are the gray areas, the weaker areas as a teacher, right?
yes,
And then, in the students also, we are always, doing this exercise where we are identifying the gray areas of the students.
yes. We should have an open heart and mind,
Absolutely.
not in a compartment. We cannot sit in a compartment. Open heart and mind is the key.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Kavya ma'am, Sonal ma'am, you have anything to share?
Okay, so I think almost the same
I
thing like
think
we've already discussed.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, I think on a daily basis, when students are related to formal law admission test, ALET, and so many questions related to LSAT. So we all face some sort of the impediments while solving those questions. I think many of us agree that while solving those questions, we do stuck at times. So it's just a challenge. I took up it as a challenge, and I try to overcome every time while answering those questions. And always you people are always there to help me. So, ma'am, I think that's the only thing which I have faced personally when it comes to job and when it comes to dealing with these students.
Yeah. Anika ma'am, you have something to share?
I was not going to share anything about the students. Personally, I have not had that much of experience with teaching right now. I think maybe by next year I can face some more challenging situations. Mainly, my challenges come with the syllabus right now. That how am I going to do
Ma'am, I
justice with
think
it?
your challenge is that is the fact that you just joined, and you just never backed out from hosting
I
as a
don't think,
person.
ma'am, there was an option with it. But
No, but
my
still, you did not had an
hosting.
option. That is a different thing. But you just joined, and you never declined to come forward and represent your school. So this is not a challenge, but then it's a good thing on your part. It
Thank
but
you so much, ma'am. But one thing with challenge, I would say there was this one time, two or three times with moot court also that fine. I always knew that I can be a speaker, but being a researcher in a moot court is something completely different. And even in my school, my research work, my project work, researches for my project work had if it had to be done from a book, then I could do it. But if it had to be done from the internet, often used to ask my sister to do it for me. But when it came to when I came to the law college, and doing research work is a crucial part of being a student with law colleges. that point I realized that maybe yes, if we just put a little bit of mind to it, then we can do it. So
Yes.
I think that was one of the areas that we can say that just by applying ourselves, I think we develop a lot of understanding of what we are also capable of doing.
This is one of even my fond memories of my law college, that I participated in moot courts. So I used to never be a very excellent student at academics. I used to be a very above average student, but in moot courts I never missed an opportunity to just
Right.
participate. And this has been my fond memory that I always cherish.
And one more experience was there. Once our college was hosting a moot court, and and it was the a retired judge from Delhi High Court was there, and I was made the court master in that case. So I had to read out all the facts and also go up to the stage. Now if the it was in our auditorium and the stage is on my left hand side. Every time he would want something, I would get up from my position, go over
Yes.
there, and then my heels would click all over the stage, and I'm like, everyone is listening to this right now. It
Being a
was so
court master is a
embarrassing
different
at
thing.
that point of time that sir is asking for something. I can't even stand there. I have to come back because I cannot stand over his head. I have to come back to my position, sit back over there, again. Whenever he would ask me a question, I would go back to his position, and he would, and my heels would just click on that wooden stage, and it would be so embarrassing at that point of time. But nobody seemed to mind it. But of course, it's distracting and little embarrassing for me. I don't know for anyone else how it was.
So, ma'am, next slide. I would like to just come to it. So I have a being. So we all have learned about the Maslow's need hierarchy theory. कहाँ से बंदा शुरू करता है and what makes him stand out. If our needs are fulfilled, we have certain psychological needs, we have certain safety needs, we have love and belongingness, esteem and self actualization. अब जब हम इस hierarchy में last stage पे पहुंच जाते हैं, which is the self actualization level, that means we have actually stand out from others. This is where it is difficult to reach. Everybody fulfills his psychological need, that is breathing, food, water, sleep, and excretion. We all do it every day. Then safety, we all are secured. We live in good environment. We have a house to live in, blessed by Almighty. So we have a family, health, property. Then love and belonging. Also, I think all of us have that. Friendship, be it family, be it intimacy, sexual intimacy. So now these three pointers everybody has there, but the next two pointers are somewhere what makes us stand out. If we have reached the self actualization level where we know what is morality, what is creativity, we have a sense of creativity in our minds. We know what is right and wrong, what is morally wrong, what is right. We have become a good person. We have actually, from our inner self, we have become that much. What I should put it, we have become so confident and we have become so aware about ourselves and about others that we can develop them into a better person. So this level is what makes it stand out, and this level we all have to reach and make our students reach this level as well. There is lack of prejudice and there is acceptance of fact. So I think as a teacher also, it's a very important quality that we should imbibe with, that we should never be biased. और we teach law, equality सबसे बड़ा principle है, और हम ही अगर discrimination करेंगे मुस्लिम सेक्स में और ये सब में, so we are never going to imbibe that in our students. So anything would the anybody would like to tell, like to speak on this thing?
In fact, ma'am, we give more attention to weak students. A lot of time, worksheets, questions that we frame. We also counsel them. We motivate them. So a lot of time is being and attention is being given to weaker students.
Yes, ma'am. This is one of the good qualities of a teacher, or allowing the weaker students to rise up,
And
because
also
every
give them
teacher would.
opportunities. knowing that they are introvert, they're shy, we are giving them more opportunities to, you know, get over their shyness and
shyness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we always have this preconceived notion that whenever we are going to put up some any difficult kind of question or any tricky question, so we always have this notion that this child is going to give us an answer or this child is not going to give us an answer. So I think this needs to be sorted out before we are asking the question. We need to ask questions from the person who is a bit weak, who is average, and also who is intelligent. So not to discriminate between the three kind of categories. So I think we need to sort it out, and we need to be very much clear in our head when we are trying to put up questions in the class. So this preconceived notion can be sorted out, and we as a teacher can build a personality, and we cannot be biased in any way.
Absolutely, ma'am. Sonal ma'am, you have something to share?
Same thing, like we need to give more time to these people, these students, the weaker students, because they are the one who actually, and at times some of the bright students also, they are shy, they are not what you can say, they don't have social skills, so we need to uh, pay attention to them also. Like
Yes.
I had one student in my class who was topper, but his social skills were zero. He could not, I mean, it was not for him to go and stand in front of assembly or say something. So you need to help those type of student also.
Yes, ma'am. I think, ma'am, I have recently adopted this MCQ approach. So I think, like preparing question banks, because it that is, I think, where every if I'm reading out a PPT or I'm explaining them, I think their interest is lost in that. And the more I post questions to them, they all are active, they all are alert, and they respond as well. So I think question bank works for a class. Always
Exactly.
having question bank thing works, and they would apply their mind over there, and that is how they become sharp. They get to learn things, they get to memorize things. But when you only speak and you never allow them to speak, they would hardly cater to listen. There would be hardly any 2 to 3 students who would just listen. Interactive sessions are best sessions. Be it with us also, be it with the students also, they are the best sessions.
That's
I
correct, ma'am. That's very right. It really works, you know. And at times we frame questions in such a way wherein the child doesn't have to make, say much, but he gets an opportunity to answer. You know, so they can be very smart questions also, for especially for weaker students and for the shy ones. And yes, Sonal is very right. At times, children are very bright, but they are very shy also. So you need to, you know, because that's the beauty of studying legal studies, because it really enhances your personality also. Not just It's not just about scoring marks. It's also about being a good orator, a well-informed person, and you know, free flow of ideas, and you know, you can interact a lot,
Yes.
right, when we are discussing a case. And at times, you know, the best answer comes from the least expected child also, you know, especially when you you know, give something, you know, can you share anything recent that is happening? We may not know, but a weak child may be a good reader, newspaper reader. Maybe he's reading the newspaper, so he gets an opportunity to share something there.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, इसके अलावा I've also seen that with the students, apart from interaction, we need to channelize their energy also. Now I have just got a batch which is so energetic that they won't even raise their hands. They're just pumping. They would just you just put a question and they would all be shouting on the top of their voices. So as a teacher, we need to channelize their energy also, maintaining discipline and decorum. The students might be well informed, they might be very good, bright, more bright academically than you. It's a possibility, but their energy is not channelized in a proper direction. So as a teacher, to maintain a discipline, that is the thing, because to teach them to raise their hands before they speak, to not get emotional when we are discussing on some things, they tend to not think rationally. So वो सब चीजें हम कर सकते हैं. Kavya ma'am, you
Yes, ma'am, I do agree with your point. Ma'am, there are times when students start without raising their hand, they keep on talking and talking and talking. And we need to, tell them that what kind of coyness they have. They need to bring some kind of discipline and decorum when they are in the class. So, ma'am, this is the very basic thing we need to tell them. And we need to also tell them that they are in legal studies class right now. So unless and until they themselves are not civilized, how they are going to be one of the most the persons who have to run the country after completing the 5 year of integrated course. So I mean, this is a very basic thing. This is a very basic norm which we need to channelize them, and which we need to also tell them that they have to endure all these capabilities, all these abilities in themselves.
Absolutely, ma'am. Ma'am, next slide. Okay. So we have seen this subject. We all know it's a recently introduced subject. It's not, I think in 2014, it was introduced. So it is a new branch for the students where they can score high. It's a new branch. We need to tell them that it could improve their academic scores. The percentage is counted. So it's a good combination subject they can choose for. And if they want to pursue law, it will definitely help them. The topics of law, it is asked in CLAT as well. So, and other competitive examinations. So legal studies is basically an interdisciplinary field that deals with the mutual influence between the law and the society. It provides an understanding of the legal system and how regulations are formed, right? We talk about how the parliament is there, how the country works. So see, students are very fascinated to learn about these things. They actually enjoyed when I just brought them to a virtual tour of parliament. They really enjoyed it. So students, they love to know the legal processes of our country. So in legal studies, we need to have an intricate understanding of the society, the logic of striking a balance, and the difference between the right and wrong. यही बच्चों को बताना है कि क्या गलत है क्या सही है. Ma'am, what is your take on it? In
Yes, it is very important to teach them what society we live in, because children are they know certain things and they want certain things to be immediately incorporated into our society. So whenever I ask, this I've been doing from last 4 5 years. So whenever I ask them which law do they feel is the need of the hour and what should be done urgently, they are perpetually, every class, most of the students would say, no, we need to do something about LGBT rights. With this thing starts and ends. If this is put it on the right track, then everything is going to be right. So we need to tell them what kind of a society we live in. We live in a very conservative society, and gradually it's opening up, it's giving rights to the other genders also, and so is with euthanasia. Now euthanasia is something which has been made legal in very progressive societies, right? Netherlands and all. So they have to understand that these kind of things are going to take time, come when they can come into our society, because our society is largely a conservative society. And it's also, if I can use the word, we are more of pseudo intellectual. The chances of misuse of the law is going to be very high in our society. So it's very important to understand our society vis-a-vis law that we want in our society.
Yes, ma'am. They think as per them, live-in relationship should be there. They don't understand. They
Absolutely.
they are very much influenced by the modernized, and they don't understand what kind of a society that we are living in. And they would probably ask. Recently, I got a question that would it amount to rape if there is a consensual intercourse with a married with an girl below 18 years of age. So they're more concerned with that also, to know the law for that also.
I know, yeah.
Yes. So as
The
a as
same thing, like even in our class also, most of the time it is LGBT rights.
Yeah,
yes,
Most
they
of
are
the time.
obsessed. You make LGBT right, you legalize the marriage, and all the problems of India are sorted out.
and
They are
whole
not going to, they are not at all going to talk about poverty. There are so many redundant laws that we need to do. They believe that, every child is becoming an activist these days. And what activist? They want to, LGBT rights ho jane chahiye bas.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
at times I feel that they are very precautious also, like many of them. You have to
Yes.
really put them on back on the ground. You
You know,
can
in a
burn
country,
through.
where even a married couple is at at times is subjected to a lot of humiliation if they sit in the public park. You know, we live in a conservative society, so we need to tell it to them. They need to understand their society first, and then they are going to be, we can strike a balance there. Logic of striking a balance is law vis-a-vis society.
Yes, they
Exactly.
think it's actually very easy. Everything can come up with a fraction of seconds. Anything can happen. They fail to understand the practicalities of life and how the system actually works. So they are naturally they are kids and they are innocent and they want LGBT, like ma'am said, section 377, and there is not even a single student who has not seen the movie Shubh Mangal Savdhan. In fact, I as a teacher I have not seen that movie, but they would tell me that ma'am there is a movie Shubh Mangal Savdhan on this.
Shubmangal Sawadhan again, I
Y-
think.
yes, maybe.
Second part, I think. It's
So I would rather, if I once I talked about honor killings, so then that I had seen that movie Dhadak. So I gave them an example. Dhadak nobody had seen, but
Me,
all of them,
I also give a lot of examples from movie and web series.
they can relate it. They can
They
relate
can
it.
relate to it. Then I also have, like, if I can, I can put it this way, the passing class 12 batch, and not the present one, and the last year's batch, there are certain, there are always certain that particular set of students who will keep on talking against the government, whether it is this or that. And now, especially with India government, I don't know what is wrong with them, or what are their ideas, but they are continuously talking
That
about.
is, Sonal ma'am, primarily, it is considered to be very happening thing if you speak against the government. Basically, because of that. Now, how
Hmm.
many people have actually, read the laws? Okay, everybody has a right to criticize. You know, we have to be
Exactly.
critical. We have to be critical, but only when we are well read, when we have read about these laws. You
Exactly, because
cannot.
when you ask them why
When
it
you
is
ask
like
them,
this,
they
why
have
you're talking,
absolutely no
then they
clue.
are clueless.
So it is very happening to be anti-government. They are anti-government for the sake of being anti-government without even knowing what are the laws. And funnily, I always tell them that these laws are not new. These laws were all drafted in the times of Congress government. They have just had the guts to pass them. That's it. It's not, I mean, BJP, if is walking away with all the credit, is all the drafting work was done at the times of the previous government. So most of the
Exactly.
children are actually not aware of these things.
That is true. And they, I don't know, like their idea of liberalism is also, uh, we need to look into that also.
Yeah, sadly, ma'am, most of the children know about the rights, but how many of them actually talk about
But the
duties?
duties, exactly.
You
And I
know,
always start the fundamental right with the same thing. Like, you are aware of your right, but then what about your duties?
yeah. Now
You
you
need
give
to
them
talk
the
about your duties also.
absolutely, and I tell them about Japan. Japan is one country where people are more concerned about the citizens are more concerned about duties rather than their rights. They are always willing to do a lot for the country, and see where they have reached. So these the children are very clear, what they want to, and everybody's, like I said, even the students are becoming kind of activist. So it is more to talk against the government, and then they feel they're very smart without even knowing the head and tail of the thing. you know
Exactly.
it's good to be critical only when you are well read, and in any kind of law there has to be something good, there has to be something there which you disapprove of. ऐसा कोई law नहीं, no barbaric law is ever been passed in India that is absolutely wrong. So there may be some areas where we may have different opinion, or we may not agree, but doesn't mean that the entire law needs to be scrapped or it is bad. Children are very not well read, I'll say, and they get easily swayed by one or two of their classmates.
Yeah, and I
I can
have the same thing. There are two, three toppers who are actually into all this, and other students feel that because they are topper and they are saying this, it is all right. So you
Ha,
need to explain to
exactly.
them it is not all right.
You are right. You are right, Sonal. If there is a very dominating kind of a child and he has an opinion, then most of the children either would not say anything against that child, or they would prefer to, you know, agree with that child?
I think, ma'am, this is more or less because of this activism movement is more about a lot of them have seen firstly on Insta they follow pages which have
That's right.
only
That's
few
right, Anima.
headliners are there.
You are right.
Only the headline is there, and the exact what is the no, what is the exact, for example, even if I give them the example of refugees. So one thing I always feel that with the refugees I have a very I have it's a very close to my heart topic. So if I ever ask them about Indian refugees, they would have some opinion about it. But if I ask them what is happening in Palestine, do any of you even know what is happening in Palestine? They have no clue, because that
Absolutely.
is not highlighted on Instagram pages, right? So whatever
Right.
is happening in India is just highlighted on Instagram page. That the one or two line is written, and then they all feel that they also have to. They all of them have to get admission into JNU. Lal Salam पे उनको ही admission
You are
मिलेगा.
right. You are
So
right. You are right.
they become fond of this idea that if they just keep on talking about their own opinion, they are going to be perceived as intellectual.
That
And
is
this is
correct.
what happens with a lot of students in 12th. That personally I would also feel the same thing, that when somebody used to keep talking about something, the one would feel that some underconfident and a little passive students who are not aware about what is happening around them, they just feel that fine, whatever he is talking about, this is right. And the moment they would go home and read something in the newspaper about it, then they would always go against the person, that usko to kuch nahi aata, he just keeps on saying this. So then they are completely against it, and the class divides into groups or sects, I would say. And this is something I personally have seen this happened in my college years also. I used to see this a lot in my college years at point of time, because right now I think one of the things why they are against the government so much, because even their parents are under so much stress that they often feel that they don't know what exactly is happening, but they just see that their parents are in some kind of stress, because that might not be government induced, but they feel that this is the problem of the government, that the government is not doing anything. So that's why also they all often feel that no, we should not support the government right now.
That is correct. And as it is, ma'am, we say little knowledge is more dangerous. So with little knowledge, you know, children are coming to very strong this thing. And as a teacher, we should encourage children to, you know, go for thorough understanding and then make a comment. Right?
Definitely.
Like, yes, ma'am. Like you said, the students, they are very skeptical, and they're very much upcoming about whatever happens in the day-to-day times, because this is the 21st generation that we have, and they're more inspired by Instagram, Twitter, and social media. Basically, they would not even shy away from taking the names. If they are pointing out on some parliamentarian, they would even take the names also, which they should not ideally, and quote somebody that this minister has not worked for the country and vagera vagera. So this is the thing where they are what you say, what you have said is that they're not well read, basically.
And instant popularity by being anti-government.
Mm. Yes. This is how they, maybe they think that they'll become cool by saying all these things. Next slide, ma'am. Okay. So next I have, what qualities does a good lawyer or a legal professional hold? So these qualities we can inculcate amongst the students as well. It could be good communication skills. We can talk with the students. We can make them understand what we want them to understand, and we can simultaneously gain from them as well. And we can just communicate about our problems, and not our problems, but certainly we can communicate to them that what issues they are facing. Then a judgment. So a lawyer needs to have a good judgment, perseverance, people skills, research skills, analytical skills, and the creativity, most of all. So when I say talking about the research skills, this is how I just develop amongst the students the research skills. I would rather ask them to write on any current issue. I would like there is this if I am doing basic features of the constitution, I would rather ask them to write a article on special status of JNK. So I have few articles with them, and I would rather inculcate them also to speak in the class. I would always I insist on engaging my students in debates they are very fond of. So any kind of debate, it always helps them, and it always motivates them to speak well. Any ma'am, I would like others also to tell me what's their take on it.
I have a query over here. Like
Yes.
two of my students, they were asking me, said, "Ma'am, अब तो Article 370 चला गया है, तो do we still have to learn about it, like if it is in a textbook, special status of JNK and all?"
Sonal ma'am, most probably such kind of questions will not be asked, even if they are in the book.
Okay.
But they will not be asked.
Okay.
Okay, something that do not exist anymore. Maybe,
Hmm.
and why to, this is a very sensitive thing, so most of the smart and intelligent teachers would not like to rake in.
Hmm.
Revision और उसमें बहुत time लगेगा books की. But what we may do is we may have a discussion in the class about it, tell the children about it, because there may be children who are actually not aware ये था कब, ये हटा कब. So we can have a discussion, but we may not necessarily ask them the question.
Okay.
The book needs a lot of amendments.
Lots of changes, ma'am.
Anybody would like to share something on this thing? The qualities, the quality parts, anything you would like to share?
Yes, ma'am. Excellent writing skills, drafting skills, communication skills. They are research skills. Yes, a lot goes into making a good lawyer. I mean, you really have to have good research. You have to have good communication skills. You will be contesting the cases in the court. And that is why we tell children that a lawyer need to be a good writer as well as a good speaker.
Yes. So like we discussed last time also, we could time to time hold moot court competitions, isn't it? They would be very fascinated, and they would develop an interest also in the subject.
Absolutely.
So yesterday I asked my students in class 12th. I don't know. I don't exactly remember what was I talking about. I was talking about law of torts only somewhere. But I suddenly just asked them, how many of you are from legal background? And believe it or not, in a class of 14, there were only two children who had some brother or sister or cousin only. They did not have anyone in. So I just asked them, why have you taken up law? A few of them actually told, one student actually told me that there is a case going on in their family because of which they want to be a lawyer. Another student told me that they had to, because they want to be aware of what is around them. And then a few of them just told me that we are just interested in being a lawyer. So I don't know what is it that attracts you to this profession, and they all are of the opinion that at least there is some logic to it. Now, apart from other subjects, I said that you don't feel science has logic to it. Said that this is more relevant to what is going on currently around us. That is why they are not sure whether they want to be lawyers or not. Many of them have not decided yet. But the reason why they have taken legal studies is that it makes them aware, and and they are ready to build these qualities in themselves, that yes, if they want to be effective lawyers, then they will have these qualities in them, because the very first step that they have taken towards legal studies is not because of family pressure, but because they are actually love the subject. So yes, that I think that because of that, even if we tell them what are the good qualities of a lawyer, then they are ready to do all of it.
And many of them also, like I also asked my student the same thing. They said, "Ma'am, it is a different profession because everybody goes for a common thing like engineering, medical, or yeah, psychology or economic honors or this and that. But this is a different, and not many students opt for this. And we want to do this.
And
So
it
that was
also
also
opens the avenues to so many careers, you know. Law
exactly,
degree can open your, you can take up anything that you want,
including politics.
including, and most of our politicians are law
हाँ
graduates.
अभी जो देखा नहीं क्या जिसमें बढ़ाया
Yeah, yeah.
13 है 13 lawyers are there.
It has always been, ma'am. You name so many are
Hmm.
prime ministers. They have been a law graduate.
Right
Ma'am,
from first one, Pandit Nehru.
Even internationally, we see there has been so many politicians, and also they are the lawyers. So we see
Yeah,
that at the international platform also that there have been so many international lawyers who are the politicians as
that
well,
is
who are
right.
the lawyers.
That is right. Barack Obama was a lawyer. Bill Clinton was a lawyer. So we have
Yes,
at international level also an American president is apparently the most powerful man by default on earth. So most of the American, leaders, politicians are lawyers. So law gives you an edge over the others in case you want to take up, any career. You know, so it gives you a variety of options to choose from.
I think the interdisciplinariness of law is its most attractive quality, that no matter what, once you have done law, even if you don't want to be a lawyer by profession, then there are so many other avenues where you can just put
Exactly.
yourself in, because your law education will never go waste. If even if at the even if in the last year you realize you don't want to be a lawyer, your law education doesn't go waste. it
yes,
does it does push you in some other
it's
direction
a
if you want.
professional course. Best part, it's
ma'am,
a
yes,
profession. And
after all, a lawyer never retires. Whether you are 20 or whether you are 30 or whether you are 100, you always have the opportunity of taking up your career and taking so much advantage of it.
yes, ma'am, absolutely. Ma'am, if you all could tell me what is the strength, I think the strength of students who take up legal studies is very less. So we need to do something about it. If you could, I would just wanted to know what is the strength of students that remain with you in 12th and 11th who take up.
Uh, Madhvi ma'am, since it's a elective subject, so definitely we'll have less strength. Generally, science students are not given it because it becomes difficult to accommodate in the timetable, right? And the schools where they have big batches of legal studies, the reason is because they have very big batches of humanities and all.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, what generally what we can do for the strength? Because in mine case, because I am not there. It only happens that when I start teaching, because I'm not into the selection of the procedure. When they complete their 10th, they on their own choose. But when their friends tell them, it's an interesting subject and everything, then they shift. Because from the current 11th batch that I got, the students were 22 in number, and now they have increased to 28. And I got to know that their friends told them. So this is how
And,
we
and,
can.
and don't worry, ma'am, children who don't do well in mathematics in 11, they also switch to legal studies in 12th.
Yes,
Exactly.
they will switch.
So they
Yeah.
will drop maths and they will pick up legal studies.
I think, ma'am, the one thing
Ma'am,
that is prohibiting students from taking up legal studies, now this is something I faced in my previous school. Right now, in this school, it's not, I don't know the reason why they have not taken up legal studies that much. But in previous school, there was a notion in all of the people who were in 11th at that point of time that legal studies checking is very tough. So if you want to score a higher percentage in your boards, then don't take up legal studies, because legal studies board checking in 2019 was very tough. And I don't know why were they saying this. Some people said that the previous teacher did not make them practice board questions, so their percentage went down. So one of my student was going dropped legal studies because she had a sister who had taken up legal studies, and her board percentage dipped only because in legal studies she got somewhere around 82. So yeah, so they just say that if you want to score a higher percentage, don't take up legal studies. And I said that this is not. I don't think this should be your reason, because if you know the book by heart, if you just know what is there, what are logical concepts are there, what if you just apply your mind, how is it that you're not getting marks in legal studies? I did not understand that. So I think that might be a reason that is stopping students from taking this subject, and this has to be removed
In fact,
from
it's a
them.
scoring subject. I think it's a scoring subject.
Every course in class 12th is going to be lengthy, but with legal studies, if regular practice, I don't think it becomes that difficult. It just requires regular attention. You can't
It's
treat it like a
definitely,
subject
But
like
I feel
PE.
that
yeah, it's definitely an easier and a lighter subject. Children enjoy from the other heavy subjects, but the fact of the matter is that most of the children from commerce, they would like to go for eco honors. For that, they need to have maths. Now, I have many children who have taken legal studies as sixth subject, because they also have a point. They say, ma'am, we have taken commerce and we need to have mathematics, and doesn't make sense if you don't take maths. So they have taken legal as sixth subject, and they quite regularly attend the class. They manage to attend the class, and they also ask for the questions and all. But since we have small batches of humanities and commerce, it's an elective subject, it's not a main subject. So we cannot have those huge batches. We have RK Puram, DPS RK Puram has a very big batch. Modern Barakhamba has a big batch, because they have very उनकी जो ह्यूमैनिटीज का स्ट्रेंथ है, दैट रन्स इनटू 50s and 60s. 60 बच्चे होते हैं उनकी एक ह्यूमैनिटी के सेक्शन में. So obviously, if they have a batch of 60 students in humanities, at least we believe 30 would opt for legal studies easily.
No, in generally also the strength of the school is very high, no?
हाँ, उनकी स्ट्रेंथ बहुत हाई है. डीपीएस आरके पुरम की भी
वैसे भी
स्ट्रेंथ
बहुत हाई है.
But otherwise, if you look at the other schools who are offering legal studies, believe me, at Amity we have got a very decent strength. But na किसी school में तो there are hardly 5, 6, 7. That's it.
Ma'am, I feel that orientation programs need to be conducted twice in a year, because there has been so many students who take up transfer from one city to the other city, and they're not aware about the subject. So within that orientation program, if we conduct it in the month of May or June, so we can conduct the same for the August or September. So the students who are trying to switch to other subject without knowing the fact that the subject is going to be helpful for them in the further years or not. So we can conduct the same in the month of October or September. Because I have seen few of my students who have joined legal studies, who have opted for legal studies in the month of September. And there were the like approximately 5 to 7 students who have joined initially. So I feel that it has to be conducted at least twice in a year, so that the students can be more aware about the subject.
Another thing, ma'am, I feel is that class 11th starting chapters are a little not what you expect when you're opting for legal studies.
Yeah,
They are
especially
more of
the
a
very
political
first chapter,
science.
Very
nature of
The
state.
first three, I always consider some parts of units, but overall, if I see for unit 1 to 3, they're not what you expect when you are taking up legal studies. उनको तो आते ही ये लगता है कि उनको सीधा law क्यों नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं. And
हाँ.
I think because of that also the interest develops very much later in the subject. So that I feel that because of the prolonged time for which we are not taking up directly, not taking up law. Even if we are just teaching constitution in the beginning, even then they would have some interest. But when we start with concept of state and nation, and with other political theories, then they lose interest.
Yes, ma'am, I
Yes.
totally agree. There has been times when the subject itself isn't. Ma'am, I feel that the subject is itself an amalgamation of polity and also an amalgamation of sociology for the first two chapters, which I'm talking about. So students try to get a lot of boredom when they are trying to attend the classes. They feel like that, yes, from now onwards, we are going to study IPC or CRPC or Evidence Act. So this is where I feel that the interest has been dropped. So I feel the structure or the design which has been framed for LST, it needs a sort of modification for the first two chapters.
And even I,
What between legal studies and pol science, you actually we have 1.5 subject. There are a lot of overlapping
yes,
topics.
ma'am.
you know. So humanities ke bacche ke liye legal studies is a wonderful combination, because children would definitely like to have lighter syllabus, and with legal studies and pol science you have 1.5 subjects, so that makes perfect sense.
Absolutely, ma'am. Like topics like legislature, executives, role,
Constitution.
they all are same.
In class 11th we have
Asking
2
code of
chapters on constitution only.
Hmm. And ma'am, I also agree with Piyush, ma'am. I was just listening. There are 5 students who dropped from legal studies right now. And though 5 to 10 more they get, keep on adding just because they wanted to pursue eco honors. And for that, they need maths. This is the only reason. They said we loved legal studies and we would take it as a sixth subject. But as a main subject, we want to pursue eco honors. So then here comes a specification. If a child who is so determined to do a particular course, then we cannot force him
We
also.
cannot force the child, you know, genuinely. So we get a lot of students from humanities, but selective students from commerce.
I have few students from science team also.
Sonal, I
They
also
are
had one
Yes,
student
ma'am,
2
I
years
do
back
have.
from science, just one student, and he scored so well, and he wanted to be a lawyer, but his parents had this thing that you have to, you know, take up science. So
in
Yes.
fact in
it
my
was very
first
clear he
batch.
wanted to pursue law, and uska, you won't believe, legal studies में बहुत अच्छे marks आए थे, बाकी किसी में आए नहीं थे.
Mm-hmm. In fact, in my
Parents,
first batch, had all students from PCMB background except for one who was from commerce. Rest all were from PCMB background.
yes, parents have an important role to play.
And ma'am, we
Hmm.
also at times, you know, really cannot be become, we cannot become heartless, and बच्चे को हम misguide भी नहीं कर सकते. With PCM, you know, definitely legal is a little, you know, थोड़ा चाहिए, तो you have to have attend the classes and all. और PCM के बच्चे अपनी regular school की class ही attend नहीं कर पाते हैं because of their coaching schedule and all. So we cannot even force them, or, you know, kind of
Exactly,
misguide them.
exactly. Yeah, but they had taken it on their own and they managed.
If they take on their own, then this is fine. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
But I think,
exactly.
ma'am, for students from science, then we need to inform them that this subject would require their regular attention. One thing that they would have to do, that they require regular attention, so they have to be prepared if they're taking it as a fifth or sixth subject. That we can't, you have to give it as much attention as you give physics or chemistry.
So I'll move to my next slide, which is a brainstorming kind of a thing. So I would like all of you to answer. Amongst the options are also given. So Dash is a complex of mental characteristics that makes each of us unique from other people. I,
Personality.
I think personality.
this one is very simple. So our personality is developed as a result of genetic inheritance, all of the above, environmental influences.
All of the above.
All of the above.
All.
Right, ma'am. Which of the following things can have an effect on development of an individual's personality?
Physical and mental
Physical and
capabilities.
mental. Yeah, physical and mental capabilities.
Yes, ma'am. So I think all of us have done wonderful in this small little fill in the
Assessment.
blanks. Yeah, assessment for us. Okay. So the most common personality type within a society is traditional personality type, inner direct personality.
I think it would be traditional oriented
Traditional
personality
oriented,
because
yeah, most common.
in our society, I think we all follow that our traditions and cultures are is something we need to
They are
preserve
they
at all
are they
points
are
of
at
time.
high pedestal. Yes, ma'am. An individual's action are most likely to be strongly controlled by conscience if they have dash type of personality.
Other
In a
directed
directed
personality.
in a directed personality, no?
Acha, strongly
Yes,
controlled by
conscience.
conscious.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, conscious. Okay, okay.
Inner
Inner
directed
directed.
personality.
Personality.
So I would like to tell you what are the tools or the pride possessions of a lawyer and a successful person. So, apart from knowledge of the law, it is the knowledge of human nature and behavior. Ma'am, please previous slide. Reading habit develops horizons of thinking, like we discussed, right from reading newspapers to current affairs to all the books. It really helps us. Apart from the NCRT books, we need to have a habit of developing. We can develop a habit of reading by reading newspapers. Develop professional skills, humor, wit. It is really important. Openness to new ideas, ideologies, and interpretations, and all about the self confidence. This is the key that we all have. Yes. So now I think it's something which all are we are very familiar with. What is our role, and what should we and what can we do the best for our students? So as a teacher, our role is to be a perfect role model. We have to be good listeners. We create a joyful and conductive atmosphere. We should be a facilitator. We should be an effective delegator, and we should always inspire them to do good, and only we can do all of this only we are centered and relaxed. We are nervous ourselves, we can never let the students grow and let the students help to achieve their targets.
Our chairperson, ma'am, always says, no, happy teachers make happy children. So that is very true.
Yes, ma'am.
So
The environment changes.
yeah, that really matters. We have to be very happy as a person, as a teacher. Only then we can pass on that happiness to the learners.
Yes. Ma'am, next slide. So we have an impact of teacher in the personality development of student. So teacher can make a conscious effort to highlight positive characters from science, literature, history, and arts as role of model. They can teach about the personalities that the student deliberately emulate. So the essential steps are: build a positive space, indulge an inquisitive mind. Emotions are okay, not always, but sometimes emotions are okay. It helps them relent out their feelings. So I would rather say that always restricting them and always putting a pressure on them to be perfect and making sense all the time would rather be make them as confident. If they want to relent their emotions, then at times they should be allowed to. What is your take on this, ma'am?
Yeah, this is absolutely right. You know, we have to encourage children to ask a lot of questions. Children should never be discouraged. And as a teacher, we must find ways and means to even give answers to the most absurd questions, because that process of asking the questions should always be encouraged. And yes, it is okay to be emotional. That is fine.
We all are. We all
That
are emotional.
we all are, you know, and it's only human to be emotional.
I think, ma'am, if we don't allow them to be emotional at any point of time, then they would not prefer to be in that kind of an environment, because they would feel a little bit of cooped up or frustrated at point of time, that they cannot express what they feel completely. That they might feel it's a hypocritical situation when we are asking them to express what they feel, and then we are asking them not to be emotional about it.
They might develop
I think humanity,
yeah
ma'am, I
they
think humanity will start diminishing within themselves. So I feel that because of humanity, because of something in them, they have to take up things which are not lighter to them, but they have to take up things which should mean actually to them. So I think the meaningful things would be, take away father, and take away in such a process that it could become very relentless for them.
we can kind of because like if they're not ma'am said Anika ma'am said, like if they're not allowed to express their emotions, they would become a very frustrated person, and which is not at all good. These children, they're so tender, they even think of committing suicide. They're so emotional also. So we need to channelize them in the rightful direction. They because they are of that age, and they have not attained sufficient maturity. So we need to guide them accordingly.
I have a point to make here, if I can, Madhavi.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it is also the responsibility of parents to make children tough right from the beginning and tell them that yes, failure is a part of life, and they can't commit suicide because just because they have got less percentage or less marks or something like that. So it is from parents also as well as teacher. As a teacher also, you need to tell them that yes, even if you get a little less percentage in your board marks, that is not end of your life. You have a lot of avenues open for that.
I
Because
totally agree with Sonal, ma'am. It has to be collective responsibility of
Exactly.
when we make a good child. It's the work of teacher and parents together. We have to work in tandem.
Ma'am, they hamper their situations. So this is what they do. वो अपनी situations को अपने ऊपर भारी कर लेते हैं. That is what they do. वो भूल जाते हैं कि life is a big
Madhvi
thing.
ma'am, but I have seen one thing, you know, there are children who have a very negative thought process. होते हैं कुछ बच्चे, हाँ, उनका थोड़ा negative thought process होता है. But over a period of time, you know, we keep talking to them, keep giving them, motivating them, keep giving them the examples of children who have, or people who have made it despite many adversities. It does have a very positive effect on the children. And they leave their negative mindset, and they become very positive in life. I've seen it happening, but as a teacher you have to be very firm with it.
I think, ma'am, Ismina, this is a very subjective area, because we'll have to see what kind of an effect is our positive motivation having on them. Because sometimes they are so insecure because of the parents are of this. They keep telling them, "तुम्हें marks नहीं आएंगे तो तुम लोग you won't get admission in good college. You won't be able to make it in life." Because at points, and even though the parents are saying this for their own benefit, that way they tell it to them, that the parents also need to be counseled that the way that they are expressing what they are telling their children, that maybe they are saying the right things, but the way in which it is conveyed, that makes them insecure. And the moment they are insecure, whatever we tell them, that will just keep on adding on their insecurity. So we just have to make sure that the child is not insecure the moment they have this insecurity of failure. Because I would say that I would say that the same thing as a human being. Just don't apply it on in terms of studies. If we are insecure about anything, the moment somebody is even saying something encouraging or anything, it's something, हिंदी में एक मुहावरा है ना, चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका वाला, ठीक है? So it always feels that somebody is just keep on pointing it to us, just because we are conscious about it, we are insecure about it. So if children, and a lot of children nowadays, I do feel that a lot of children have this insecurity in them, because and I feel that this is somewhere that I also feel at points, but I constantly work on it on myself, because on social media we always see the greener side of everyone's life.
Fascinating side, beautiful side of people.
I just recently told some students of mine that fine, that I always tell you that you have to study regularly, you always have to, every day just read thoda sa legal studies and be done with it, so that you keep in touch with the subject. But I also told them that you must be doing this for all subjects, and despite that you will have to have some time management. Take 2 slots out for your own self. Do what makes you happy, not just going on social media, because maybe social media is making you feel a little less at points of time. Don't open social media if you feel a little less at that point of time. So I think being emotional from that point of view also, telling them that it's fine to be emotional, but if something makes you feel less, don't go in that direction. Just go where you feel happy, because you realize at the end of the day, all of this doesn't matter.
Being happy is the real part.
Right. I just always tell them that whenever, if somebody is making you feel less than, then don't listen to them. Don't pay attention to them. Even if it is even if it is your parents at that point of time, if you feel that they're making you feel less, do something that makes you happy. Do just to let out that negativity from your system. Make it, because maybe they are just saying the right thing. You are perceiving it as something that is not something that is negative.
So, ma'am, this is the last segment, and I think the time has also reached its limit. So, this is an interactive segment, which is just a small interaction. What disciplines do you teach? To be a professional in your discipline, what qualities you require? How do you plan to imbibe those qualities in a student? And how do you think legal studies will help your students?
Madhuri ma'am, we have had a lot of interaction regarding these
Yes,
things,
ma'am.
you know, so
Yes,
we can,
ma'am, we can. That was I was about to say. We can, and I would just like to last slide, which we can see what things can enhance 26 number, ma'am. I can just say it, and so last I have to share with all of you what things can be done to enhance the personality. Never have negative thoughts or things you cannot control. Instead, invest your energy in positive present moment. Don't waste your precious energy on gossip and dream more while you are awake. That's all we have to learn for the day.
thank you so much,
Thank you
Madhuri,
so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Madhavi.
for the lovely
Thank you so
session.
Thank you
much.
so much, Sakshi ma'am.
Thank you so much
It
to
was
all of
quite
you
interesting
for
session.
making
Thank
it
Thank
you,
you so
ma'am.
much.
It was
interactive.
Yeah, it
absolutely a
was
very
wonderful
lovely session.
takeaways from the session. And if somebody can share the feedback form.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I'll just share the feedback form in the group. Please just wait
Yeah,
give me 2 minutes,
yeah, sure, ma'am.
It was
and
very
you
nice
can.
interacting. It's always nice interacting with all of you.
Same here, ma'am. It
Ma'am,
was
I
a
can
very
see why
interactive
students are
session.
joining your classes.
Hmm?
We can definitely see why students are adding on in your class.
Exactly.
Just 1 second, ma'am. Can I just share it on the Legal Eagles group once with you? Uh, if it
I
is
think
fine.
that would be fine. Yeah, you can share it there.
On the group,
Uh,
Anika ma'am, on the
yes,
group.
yes,
Okay, no
yes,
problem.
ma'am.
No problem.
Just give me 1 second. Uh, it's lost somewhere. So that's why I'm asking if I can share it on the group. I think we'll meet again at 11. I'll just send the feedback form and we can just share it right now.
Okay, let's meet up
Okay.
at 11.
Right, ma'am.
Fine, ma'am. Okay.
Right, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank
See
you.
you all. See you all. Yeah.